Hi, this is Sunil Bharti and welcome to another episode of TFR Newsroom. And today we have with us once again Mark Hinkle, co-founder and CEO of TriggerMesh. Mark, TriggerMesh recently announced an integration to connect virtually any non-AWS event source with AWS EventBridge. So I want to know from you, what does that mean and what is the importance of this announcement for the ecosystem itself?
What we are doing is creating a way for you to share events from virtually any source. That could be another cloud, that could be a legacy application, that could be an enterprise service bus, and forwarding them to Amazon Web Services as a source in EventBridge. So what you can do is share event data from any part of your infrastructure to Amazon to do things like transform data via ETL transactions. You could forward logs to a data lake so that you could search them with Elasticsearch. You can use other parts of the Amazon ecosystem in conjunction with your existing infrastructure.
Awesome. I would like to know a bit of use case also. Can you give some examples of where organization would want to kind of connect their existing on-premise application or even non-AWS SaaS offerings with cloud infrastructure from AWS using this event bridge?
So one example might be that you would have a CRM system like Zendesk, and when a ticket's created, you might want to do sentiment analysis to see if the customer is happy or not pleased. Use Amazon, and you can create an event flow that says, there's been a ticket created by a customer. Use something like Amazon Comprehend to get sentiment analysis. And if the sentiment is negative or the customer is extremely agitated, you could change the status of the ticket and escalate it to a queue. So that would be one example. There's tons of different examples. You could take data from an Oracle database, and every time a line is inserted, you could forward that event to the Amazon ecosystem. You could do some analysis or actually transform it so that you could replicate data to a NoSQL database, just one or two of the columns instead of the whole row in the table. So that kind of thing is the kind of thing that we think people are doing when they make more sophisticated, let's call them cloud mashups.
If I'm not wrong, it was announced last week or last to last week. I have no track of time these days. But what kind of adoption you have seen, and how do you also kind of see it evolve as part of other TriggerMesh offerings?
So we've seen quite a bit of inbound interest on folks who are trying to mash up messaging buses like Apache Kafka and pull data sources from outside of Amazon. One use case was a real-time jury selection application where they're pulling different sources of information about the potential jurors because they have a very short time to make a selection in the jury and create a profile so that the attorneys can do a better job of selecting their jurors. We've seen other folks who are doing a physical therapy app that are pulling data sources from all over, not just Amazon, but their own systems, and creating a complete picture and better digital experience for their customers. We even see big companies who are looking to create an integration platform for their existing customers that integrate with their services, as well as other cloud services, Amazon and beyond.
Perfect. Now, if you look at TriggerMesh, I want to understand how important are partnerships for you? Because if I'm not wrong, earlier this year, TriggerMesh also announced a partnership with Red Hat OpenShift. So I want to know a bit about that partnership. And are you also planning to have similar partnership with other players as well?
So earlier this spring, we developed our software in the Kubernetes operator so it would run easily on Red Hat's OpenShift. That was the first part of that partnership. Now we're working on getting our software in their marketplace. We are now in the Oracle marketplace. We're an Amazon EventBridge partner. We're a partner with Confluent, the commercial Kafka company, and Rancher. So what we're trying to do is make it easier for folks to install our software on the platform they like, as well as integrate it to create workflows between individual cloud services, or in the case of Red Hat and Rancher, make it easy to trigger workloads on Kubernetes.
Awesome. Uh, if you look at TriggerMesh, ever since you guys, came into existence, I see that you are kind of taking on market with a lot of established players like MuleSoft, Delbumi, or Jitterbox. Uh, why are you kind of going against these big players, and especially in this crowded space? And also, what makes you feel that you're kind of different from them? What additional value that you bring to the ecosystem that you have the confidence to go after these players?
So we're not exactly going against them. The category, I guess, would be called integration platform as a service. But these established players are not necessarily offering everything as a service. We are cloud native. We are built cloud natively. We reside on top of Kubernetes and Knative and Google's cloud. We can install on any of our clouds. So first, we're cloud native. That's a little bit different. The second thing is we can actually consume the legacy event data from some of these sources like MuleSoft, which is an enterprise service bus, and make that data actionable. We also have a tight affinity with cloud services. So we are one of the few that support the cloud event spec that's coming out of the Cloud Native Computing Foundation. And those things alone are all differentiating. We also offer TriggerMesh as a cloud managed service, or you can offer it as your own service on the Kubernetes flavor of your choice. But it's still a service-based offering versus a multi-tier client-server offering.
Awesome. Mark, I got everything that I was looking for in this interview. Is there anything else you would like to add before we wrap this up?
I would just encourage anyone who's interested in creating automated workflows to visit us at triggermesh.com. We are offering a free hosted account currently, and you can play around with it, create integrations between Amazon, Splunk, Twilio, Elastic, and many, many more.
Awesome. Mark, thank you for your time today. And as usual, I'll look forward to talk to you again. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Swapna.